meeting with Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown in Dayton is interrupted by boos. Jordan Burgess just returned and joins us now live.
Well, right now that outburst is the hot topic following the senator's appearance at the Dayton Area Chamber of Commerce this morning. The reaction was triggered when Brown answered a question from the crowd about his thoughts on House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's remarks yesterday. In those remarks, Pelosi said she was concerned about some of the language in the current political debates. Listen to the senator's response and the crowd's reaction.
I think that some of the animosity towards Barack Obama's based is race-based. I think some of it. I know you don't like that. That just again proves to me that Pelosi was right, because you booed that.
Brown went on to explain to chamber members why he thought that was the case. He says many of the problems in the country, like the financial crisis and the budget, were inherited by President Obama. Brown thinks from the very beginning people didn't give the president a chance. Afterwards, the chamber president apologized to Brown for the emotional response from the crowd. Brown said he's used to much worse. During the whole event, protesters stood outside on 5th Street with signs and shirts reading "Fair Tax" and "Stop the Mob." They told me their issue isn't with the president as much as it is with the government as a whole. They say they just have as much of a problem with President Bush starting the bailouts they feel are straining the budget. Brown says he doesn't think all opposition is based on race, but he thinks a certain element is.
When I do public town hall meetings, I get death threats. I get people saying things about this black president. I mean, you should see my mail. You wouldn't have booed if you had seen my mail, and you would have seen some of the emails and the letters I get and the phone calls that my staff takes and what they say about the first black president of the United States. You wouldn't have booed if you had heard that happen.
Now, Brown did exit the stage to applause, and the majority of the crowd was very polite while Brown talked about an array of controversial issues. And join us tonight starting at 5 to hear more of Brown's remarks. Reporting live, Jordan Burgess, 2 News on your side.